Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, Donald Trump's so called border czar has been busted. He's been busted for profiting off of the misery of immigrants. Before I get into these repulsive details, please do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button below this video. Really appreciate it. It is an easy way for you to help out the show. It's free for you and for everybody who donates, whether it's monthly or one-time donations. I truly, truly appreciate your help. You are really the ones who help to keep the show going. So, on to the details. So, here's what is happening with Tom Homan. Um, you guys probably have heard about him. He is considered to be the border czar, and he was just ousted. He was just outed, I should say, by WAPO with Washington Post for being on the payroll of a company called the GEO Group. For those who don't know, the GEO Group is a private prison and detention facility company. So they build, maintain, staff these facilities. They're a for-profit company. Okay, they are the biggest recipient of the contracts that they offer in the U.S. government for immigration and customs enforcement. So they hold the largest contract from ICE to detain people in these facilities. That is how they make their money. When Donald Trump won last November, their stock shot through the roof because people knew what was coming. He talked about mass deportation over and over again, and people saw what happened when he won in 2016. People saw how he just threw people in these facilities to languish for months on end, if not longer. And so everyone knew this was coming. This was going to prop up their stock. This was going to make everybody wealthy. So it shot through the roof. And the GEO Group CEO, it's a guy named David Donahue, he recently told investors that this was a quote, unprecedented opportunity to expand the business, meaning Donald Trump's win and his mass deportation efforts. He also said, quote, we do believe that as the funding streams become defined, we are very well positioned to help ICE meet their mission. And we're excited about the second half of the year because of that. So they flat out said, like, yeah, we're going to get rich off of this because of Donald Trump's cruel policies. So, sure enough, the Trump administration had already awarded contracts to the GEO Group to reopen two facilities. Those two contracts alone are worth $130 million, not one time, every single year. Those are annual contracts that will bring in $130 million to the GEO Group, just two facilities. One of those facilities, by the way, is the New Jersey facility where, if you guys heard about this case or what all's going down, where ICE arrested a New Jersey mayor and then their agents got into a physical altercation with several Democratic lawmakers, which resulted in charges against one of those Democratic lawmakers. A Democratic congresswoman has now been charged by Kristi Noem and Trump's DOJ, his other little pit bull with lipstick over there. Forget her name, evades my memory at the moment, but you all know who I'm talking about. Pam Bondi. Yeah. So horrific people, just vile people. Anyway, Homan, very, very fitting name, Homan. He has now been outed for receiving money from this facility, from the GEO Group, before he was appointed as Donald Trump's border czar. And we found this out because there was a government disclosure that Homan had to file. And it says that he worked for GEO Care. So that's a department within the GEO Group. And it said that Homan received more than $5,000. Now, people might be going, 5,000, big deal. What does that prove? Yeah, that's not a lot of money, considering what I'm saying is basically like this is seems to be potentially a pay for play bid. Um, but we don't have an exact amount. So they don't have to specify how much it was. They all they have to say is, oh, it was more than 5,000. It could be way more than that. Like it could be hundreds of thousands. It could be millions. So probably could be why this SOB Homan is constantly on TV trying to justify Donald Trump's cruel policies. How they're just sweeping innocent people off the streets. If he's making money off of it, or he did, is that why they got the contract? Is that why he was working there? Is because he knew he was going to be coming on board with Trump? I mean, the corruption is just so thick in this administration. Who knows? So, a White House spokeswoman, she issued a statement. She said that Homan abides by, quote, the highest ethical standards. And she cited a previous statement claiming that Homan would recuse himself, quote, from any involvement, discussion, input, or decision of any future government contracts that may be awarded. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that's how this all went down. I mean, you guys, we've all seen how ethical, how moral Donald Trump's administration is, how good they've been about this stuff so far, right? It's not like they're selling access to the president or something. Like, not like they're using meme coins and crypto, or taking lavish multi-million dollar foreign gifts from countries that have all kinds of shady stuff going on. Not like any of that is happening. Why would we think that Homan would be corrupt, or that they wouldn't abide by the laws and the rules and the Constitution? Yeah. This is why, when people say, oh, they could solve all of this, all of these immigration issues could go away if they would just hire more immigration judges and actually give people their day in court, right? Give them due process, put people through the system faster. No, there is more money to be made by holding these people as long as possible. Does Donald Trump want to make a big show out of deporting people, some of them, to keep more people from coming into the country? Yes. But when you look at it through this lens of them profiting off of the misery of keeping people behind bars in these facilities for as long as humanly possible, and as long as legally possible, before it starts to boil over and then we start hearing about it in the media, of course that's what they want to do. They want to make it seem like they're getting a ton of people out of the country, when in reality, no, we're just sweeping up the easy pickings. We're picking the low-hanging fruit. The people who are abiding by the law, the people who are showing up for their immigration hearings, and the people who are showing up for their check-ins, which is required, right? The people who have the ankle monitors on, who are doing everything right, who are abiding by the laws of the country, who are trying to work their way through the system to become US citizens, and doing everything that the US government told them they needed to do to follow the laws so that they wouldn't get swept up by ICE, so they wouldn't get deported. Those are the people they're picking off. It is not the bad hombres. It is not. I mean, I'm sure there are some that they just happen to sweep up and get pulled in by ICE, but by and large, The people that they are targeting right now are the people who are doing everything right, who have not violated any laws, who are here legally in many cases, who are maybe cross the border illegally, but are abiding by the laws of the country, doing what is required of them under our current system. And then they're being thrown in these hellhole facilities, which have had so many violations, and then they're just stuck there so that people like Tom Homan can get paid. So this is just sick. It is a sick, sick system run by depraved SOBs and bastards. Anyway, guys, I will let you know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.